Hey guys, join me in making this delicious homemade white bread. This recipe uses just 5 ingredients. It's so easy and you can do it yourself. You need your flour, yeast, milk, sugar, and butter. First, pour out your milk. You need 2¼ cups. And then you need 1 tablespoon of butter. You're going to need 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar. It's really up to you. I use 2. But if you want it a little bit sweeter, you can use 3. And then you're going to want 2¼ teaspoons of active yeast. Next, you're going to want 2½ cups of flour. Later on, we're going to add 3½ cups of flour to the mixed up dough, but you want to add it later. So just start by measuring your 2½ cups. Really want to make sure that your flour bucket only has enough flour for your recipe and not any more than that. You really want to struggle to get the flour into the measuring cup. And then if you're filming it, you really want to get your 8-year-old to hold the video camera. That way you get that extra shaky footage. I know how you guys like that. So you're welcome. Okay, so again, what you're going to need for this recipe. All right, so we're going to take the flour, we're going to combine it with the yeast, then we're going to stir it up a little bit. We're going to get our milk mixture ready. So we're going to use milk, butter, and sugar. We're going to mix it all together and warm it up on the stove. You're going to want to whisk that pretty frequently. So these bread pans that I got when I moved into my house, they're just beautiful and I just really love them. So I wanted to show them to you. I thought they were just such a unique thing for somebody to leave behind. And so I just kept them. Oh, look, a bird. That's my bird Benvolio. When the butter is melted, you can add the milk to the flour. And then turn on your mixer. Let it mix in a little bit. And then you're going to add the next 3½ cups of flour. You want to do it just a little bit at a time. And you're not going to put all of it in to the mixer, but reserve some flour for kneading. You're going to want to oil your bowl. Put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom, and then I kind of swish it around. Put a little bit of flour on your work surface, and then start kneading. It's honestly the most satisfying part. Just, this went on for a while because I have so much fun kneading the dough. You want to use up your flour as much as you can there. And you got your perfect ball. There you go. And you put it in the bowl, and then you're going to want to cover it. Typically, I just use a towel, but for the purpose of this video, I use plastic wrap. And here's a time lapse of the dough rising. So satisfying. After the dough is risen, you're going to want to pound it out a little bit. Just get a little bit of the air out. You don't want to do too much though, or your bread will be really dense. The more you pound it, the closer the bubbles are inside of your dough. Take some olive oil spray, or any spray really, and spray your pans. I prefer olive oil because it's more natural. And then again, you're going to cover it and let it rise for 45 minutes. Once it's risen, you can go ahead and turn your oven on, warm it up, and then put it in for 45 minutes, and you've got delicious white bread.